Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Pasolivo Cooking Kitchen Cuisine. Today it's going to be a pantry version of our cuisine season. Today we're going to be talking about vinegars. All of our different vinegars. And the reason is because quite often you will go to the tasting room, you'll do a lot of tasting to do with the olive oil, and we'll try to pair up some vinegars. But what we really want to do is make sure that if you do get some vinegars in your club shipment, or if you fall in love with one when you bring it home from the tasting room, what do you do with it? So that is what I'm here for today, is to answer questions and also go over all of our vinegars and balsamics and cover any questions that you have. So let's get going. By the way, I'm Eleanor. Welcome. Happy holiday season. I'm sure everybody has their day off today, which is fantastic. Relaxing with the family. Kind of got their stretchy pants on because I am right there with you. So we're going to be covering the vinegars today, which is perfect because they're fantastic health benefits to vinegars and balsamics. So I'm no doctor, but if you research from what I've understood, it can lower blood sugar and control it. There's weight management benefits from vinegars and balsamics. It reduces cholesterol. There's antimicrobial properties to it. Antioxidants, it's high in potassium. There are it's really low in natural sugars. So there are some really positive attributes to vinegars, and guess what? They taste good. So let's cover some delicious vinegars. You guys know our website, pasolivo.com. You can hop on there and you can do shopping. What a lot of people don't know is that you can also do some recipe research on there. So if you, say for example, were to have our sparkling citrus vinegar, you might, disclaimer, Instagram is such that this guy right here, all of the labels are going to look backwards, and that is just the way it is. Everything is mirror image on Instagram Live, so just bear with me. If you're on the website, just look for the orange. Sparkling citrus. So this is a sparkling citrus vinegar, and if you have been paying attention to, or been logging in, paying attention sounds terrible, to our shows every Friday at 2, then you know that this is a well-loved vinegar by the distilleries, the bartenders, the mixologists, the chefs, and everybody in between. And there's a reason for it. This is sparkling citrus. It is a mimosa in vinegar form. They use sparkling white wine and oranges. I saw this being made. I got a field trip to the location where all of this is made, and I will tell you, it was gorgeous looking at it, smelling. It is amazing. So this guy right here, I'm going to let you guys know that when you hop onto our website, if you just type in sparkling citrus, not only is it going to come up with the actual sparkling citrus that you can purchase, but it's also going to tell you all the recipes that we have had, not only on the show, but elsewhere too. My coworker Noelle is a recipe developer, and she has some fantastic recipes. If you are following us on Instagram, which you must be, then you've seen her, and she's doing amazing things. So along with the recipes that we're getting from, for example, let's see, I think Wineshine did a margarita with this. Yes, Cocktails did a margarita with this. We've done some pairings with this restaurant-wise. So you're gonna see those recipes along with just being able to purchase. So that's the plus of all of this. So the sparkling citrus, let's see, I wrote down all of the different recipes that you can find. So there's no trick to this. You can go on our website and you can find all of this. Seared scallops with mango salad and warm citrus cream dressing. You guys remember that? That was a while back and looked amazing, and that is using that sparkling citrus. The salmon roulettes, also used by Chef Sebastian, also used this sparkling citrus. The La Llorona margarita that Yes Cocktail made, also had this vinegar in it. So yeah, we're talking cocktails with vinegar in it. The guacamole that I made for the kids camp also had the sparkling citrus, and the hot magma margarita from Wine Shine. So those are all recipes that are on our website, easy to do, just click and you're done. It's all right there for you. It'll even tell you any other parts of the bundle that you would need to create the different recipes. So this guy, I love pairing this one up with our tangerine. So these two together work beautifully. I always say it is what sunshine should taste like. I do 50-50 for a cocktail, My head's on cocktails now. It's holiday season. For salad dressings. So if you put those two together, 50-50, shake it up in like a mini mason jar, then you are all set to create a really good salad dressing. If you wanted to up that a little bit, you could always add the smoky spice blend to have that nice smoky kind of sweet barbecue type flavor in a really great salad dressing. Anything that has citrus in it, chicken in it would be wonderful like that. So the sparkling citrus vinegar, if you guys have any questions about any of this, let me know. Is good with the tangerine, it's good with the citrus olive oil, it is good with the lemon olive oil, so you can play with it. It's pretty versatile. Also, pairing it up with sparkling water and vodka, and that will run for a few of these, works beautifully as well as a cocktail. And I think it's Whole30 approved because it's very low in sugar, and it's natural, organic, great for gut health because it's got that fermentation going on, kind of like a kombucha style. So there's a lot of hard kombuchas out there right now, same type of concept. All right, so that's a sparkling citrus, well loved, well liked, and we know why. Alongside it is this guy right here. So this is the Winter Ambrosia, and this is a seasonal release. We try to make sure we get enough for the whole season, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So this is something that I would definitely say if you see it, grab it. It is fantastic. Apples, pears, and mulling spices in this guy, and gorgeous on its own, honestly, but works really beautifully with any of the citrus flavors again of olive oils. Again, for I would say winter salads that have pomegranates in it, persimmons in it, anything like that will work beautifully with this guy. The Winter Ambrosia, we have a recipe for candied yams on the website. So if you're looking for any holiday, if you're going to have any holiday gathering, this one works. Candied yams, perfect. Also shaved Brussels sprout salad, this works in. So if you hop on our website, type in Winter Ambrosia, the recipes are going to come up as well as being able to grab these guys. So that's the plus of our website, is not only a shopping site, it's also chock full of recipes. I will say something surprising would be if you paired these two up, so the tangerine olive oil and the Winter Ambrosia vinegar, and you add this sugar and spice. Do you guys remember the sugar and spice from when we paired up with Negranti Creamery? This has been used a few times, and it is, just recently with our most recent chef, Chef Katie from McPrice Myers, she used this in her butternut squash. So this is the sugar and spice blend, cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, cloves, ginger, so much good stuff. Perfect for the season. But you pair it up with the Winter Ambrosia and the tangerine olive oil, and it is a surprisingly delicious addition to a salad, to an apple pie, to a fruit salad, to an ambrosia salad. So definitely start playing. Look in your pantry and start playing. And as you're looking in your pantry, if you see something that has just been sitting there, give me a holler. That is what I'm here for today. So moving on to the last of the three white or light vinegars that we have before we get into the balsamics. This is the raspberry basil. It's beautiful. When you open it, you smell that bright raspberry scent. It is fantastic. it goes without saying that all of these are going to be amazing for salad dressings. Of course, it's raspberry basil. It's going to work with the basil olive oil. But it also, I love pairing it up with our lime. So these two together, I like them together with the, let's see, where are we at? The smoky spice blend. That for taco salads is insane. It's so good. It's so bright. It really cuts the fattiness of the ground meat that you're going to have in a taco salad, whether it's ground turkey, ground beef. Definitely worth pairing up together and trying out. So that's these two. That's the raspberry basil vinegar and the lime olive oil. These two are best buddies. Of course, it works very well with the basil. But who doesn't? Because the basil is amazing. So these two work as well. The reason I'm showing you pairings is because it is gifting season. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if they're still going, but there have been some fantastic deals online if you're looking for gifts. Definitely hop on our website. We've had some awesome deals on our website, which is rare. So make sure you hop on and check it out because it's not in store. It's not in our tasting rooms. It is only online. And there are some great deals. So make sure you grab onto those because it's few and far between. So take advantage of it while it's there. So speaking of the basil olive oil, let's dive into our balsamics. So let's see. The Tuscan Balsamic. This is blackberries and oregano in this one. So it's a really well-balanced flavor and kind of the guy that gets along with everybody. Everybody loves that guy, right? This is the guy that gets along with everybody. And these two work beautifully on any pastas, anything Italian that you're going to be making. Any salads really work beautifully together. If you're going to be doing a caprese salad, look no further, these two. Of course, if you're doing any of the Italian stuff, cooking, I don't want to say stuff, it's cooking. The spicy Italian blend is a have to. This has developed a cult following by our club members for sure, because it is it's beautiful. It does not have any salt in it, so it's no sodium, which is a really nice addition. You can pair it up with our roasted garlic sea salt or our kosher salt if you do want to add a little bit of salt flavor to it. But it works beautifully by itself, and it proves that you don't really need salt to flavor up some chicken, some veggies, salads. So these two, thought I was picking up the line for a second. These two, perfect gift. Again, we're talking gifting as well, right? So the spicy Italian, the basil, and that Tuscan, those three together, I can put money on the fact that whoever you gift that to will fall in love with you and with that bundle. If they haven't already fallen in love with you, I'm sure they have. But those three together, it's a win-win. Work for everything, a lot of things. So definitely great bundle to gift. The Tuscan Balsamic, I'm going to cover all of the recipes that we have for the Tuscan Balsamic. It's a lot. We paired up with Sweet Lou's, and they did this Tuscan tomato sandwich where you bake your own focaccia bread. You guys remember the no-knead focaccia bread that Sweet Lou's, they made it look so simple. I did not realize that I could bust out focaccia bread in my own kitchen. Still haven't, but that's on my to-do list after the crazy holidays. So the Tuscan tomato sandwich, an heirloom tomato bruschetta. So that recipe is also on our website. A quinoa bean patty. So you could make a nice veggie patty for people who are coming over for dinner and don't do the meat thing. Or people who like to branch out, because I like branching out. And strawberry olive oil cake. So we're talking desserts as well as mains, as well as salads. I mean, and I will say, when it comes to this guy, the blackberry, the fig, this lemon juice and rye whiskey are fantastic together. It is a beautiful cocktail, really simple, natural, gorgeous, honors each flavor beautifully. I feel like we're all going back to the basics and kind of the roots of good cocktails. That's a fantastic cocktail. So definitely try it out if you have one of these beautiful dark balsamics in your pantry. Speaking of the balsamics and the vinegars, they are all made in Atascadero. So we're talking 2 towns over from our ranch. So everything is extremely local. They are all made by a couple that ditched their grown-up jobs in LA and came to the Central Coast area, fell in love with it, bought an organic farm. So they have a 2-acre organic farm and started growing and farming and have not looked back since. They are amazing at what they do. They are award-winning in their own right. So we are honored to be able to pair up with them and their creations because they have a fantastic palette. What they do is all small batch. So sometimes you will receive, this guy. This guy will quite often vary in color a little bit, and that's what you want because that proves that it is small batch. So definitely keep that in mind when you're looking at this sort of stuff. You'll see that sometimes this isn't exactly like the one that I ordered before. That's because each one is made for you. Each one is made in a small grouping, and that's what you want you don't want mass produced for your food. You just don't. That's why you're with us. That's why you're with Pasolivo, because all of our stuff is small batch. Everything's made on site. Everything is grown on site. Same for the balsamics and vinegars, which is awesome. Anything they can't grow on site, they responsibly source from locations around the area that can grow it. So they are very thoughtful about how they go about what they make. And you can taste it. You really can. So that's the Tuscan Balsamic. That's a lot of great things to be able to make with it. I don't know. It's just one that works really well with a lot of things. So that's just a good go-to. My favorite is the fig balsamic. The fig balsamic with the rosemary can do 0 wrong in my planet. These two are my go-to for salad dressing, my go-to for marinades, my go-to for when I showcase things at the tasting room. These two are together and paired up all the time. So the fig and the rosemary, 50-50. I always do 50% of each, pair them up, shake them up into a Ziploc, into a mini mason jar, and put in, I always like putting in the herbs de Provence. Those 3, again, fantastic gift bundle. Those 3 are in the trailer all the time. When we go camping, that's what I'm using. Put skirt steak in there. Put portobello mushrooms in there. Veggies. It marinates beautifully. Because vinegars and balsamics have that acid, it's actually going to tenderize the meat. It's actually going to be working its way and easing up that meat as well. So any chicken, any steak, anything, pork is beautiful with the sweet flavors like blackberry, with like the fig. So if you are looking for a marinade, this is a great way to go as well. Asparagus, I just did my asparagus last night with this. So these guys and the herbs de Provence, that's my go-to. Again, the fig has a lot of uses, not only for salads and marinades, but also for a lot of other things. If you remember Broken Earth did a pizza. It was called the Fig and Pig. It had pork sausage on it and dried figs, and they used this fig balsamic with the basil olive oil, reduced it down, so cooked it down a bit until it was warm, and then took it off the heat and stirred in the orange blossom honey. That created a reduction, a nice syrup that was able to be put onto the pizza and drizzled over the pizza. I loved that idea because I'm not a huge fan of the syrupy, rich, thick balsamics in the stores, because quite often they've got other additions in there to get them thick. So definitely turn it around, look what's in there, because you don't want any thickening agents that aren't natural. So I loved that idea with the honey. The fig old fashioned was with Yes Cocktails. Roasted fig appetizer is also on our website. That recipe. Tapenade figs is also a recipe that's on our website. So a lot of good things to go. Oh, and roasted veggies with maple, fig, and caper vinaigrette. These are fantastic recipes that you can play with and have at your fingertips, because you don't have to, grab the fig and then just hop on our website. It's right there. All right, so this guy, the blackberry. The blackberry works beautifully with our lemon olive oil. It is, I consider it the sweetest of our balsamics, so this one works beautifully as a dessert topper. So ice cream and pies, those pies that you were making for Thanksgiving that you're going to be making for Christmas for the holiday season. If you have fresh blackberries, pour a little bit of this in there. That's going to completely change up the flavor. It's going to elevate the flavor. It's going to add some complexity to it. So it's not just heavy and sweet. There's going to be some nice bright acidity to it. So this is a fantastic way to elevate any of that type of cooking and baking. The blackberry, the recipes, a lot of delicious recipes on our website for this. The berry balsamic swirled skillet, which, if you've seen the pictures, it's made by Noelle and it is gorgeous. The cheese pairing that we did with the cheese sommelier, Chuck, this cheese sommelier was also with the blackberry balsamic. So he paired this up with a jam. So we have the boozy cran chutney that is a beautiful addition to this. So if you took that chutney and paired it up with the blackberry balsamic and stirred it up, it thickens everything up and you get that sweetness to it. You can put that, he had it on, I believe the blue cheese, I think. But it works well with a lot of the different cheeses. So it's just a great addition. Let's see, so that was with Chuck. We also did have a blackberry pesto pizza that's on our website, blackberry cornmeal cake, and of course lamb chops with blackberry balsamic reduction sauce. So sweet, savory. If you're doing salads, this with the lemon olive oil is perfection. So, and cocktails. This, again, adds that sweetness that, yes, cocktail was talking about. You need an acid, you need a sweetness, and you need a spirit. This guy, lemon juice, spirit, rye, whiskey, bourbon, gorgeous together. So I do 1, 1, and 2 of the spirit. Don't judge. It's holiday season. It's also COVID season, so don't judge. All right, so that's the blackberry. We've also got our sweet basil plum. So my heart goes out to this guy because I feel like he was forgotten for a little bit, the sweet basil plum. And he works well with, of course, the basil. He works well with a lot of different olive oils. But then his mate, it's a romance story really. His mate came to play. The red jalapeno olive oil. If this is sounding surprising to you, it's because we sold out. The red jalapeno olive oil we released the kind of mid of the year, and it sold out. So we have just finished harvest. We have now got all focused back on kind of bottling. And so this guy will be released again. It is gorgeous. The flavors that we get from the red jalapeno before you ever get a little bit of the heat are just spectacular. But these two, you get that sweet heat together that are beautiful for marinades, wonderful for salad dressings. I mean, dipping cornbread in that is amazing, but drizzling it over, it's just those two are together can do no wrong. So definitely, if you have that sweet basil plum in your cabinet and you're trying to figure out how do I interact with you, not only is it going to work with quite a few of the olive oils as a salad dressing, again, just 50-50, eyeball it and then taste it and then go back to kind of tweak it however you need. But it also works so magically with that red jalapeno olive oil. So definitely worth hopping onto our website and checking it out. If you're getting our emails, you probably are, that means that you're going to get the heads up when it comes out. And I would say jump on it because you will not be disappointed. You guys know, you've watched this long enough, you know I'm a weenie for heat. So I do not do well with crazy heat. That red jalapeno is a beautiful heat. It is not crazy. It's not going to punch you in the face. It just elevates flavors. It is gorgeous. So those two together, amazing. Last but not least, the aged balsamic. So the aged balsamic is the only one that's not local. It is aged 18 plus years in barrels in Italy. So this is an import. Why? Because there's not a lot of places aging balsamics right now here in California. It is a process that takes 18 plus years. In California, 18 years ago, we weren't doing balsamics and vinegars. We were kind of still trying to figure out the wine situation. So this is definitely, this is gorgeous. I slice up strawberries and pour it over strawberries and just everybody will eat them up. It works if you want a little bit of acidity on pretty much anything, whether you've just done pasta and you're drizzling it over your marinara sauce, if you're doing it on salads, if you're doing it on pork, any type of meats, caprese salads, of course. So any cheeses, it works beautifully with. It's not super thick. I don't know if you guys can see. It's not super thick, but it's a less tart flavor. It's a little bit softer, a little bit sweeter. You're getting a little bit more of the fruitiness of the balsamic. So definitely one to try out. When we first released it, I would say, a year and a half, 2 years ago now, it sold out. And I'm pretty sure it was us, the employees, that bought it all up because it was so fantastic. We were just, and then the second time it sold out, which was like a few months later, that was all the customers, all the club members were all over it. And I think we've tried to manage and figure out and try to get everybody involved in keeping it on the floor, but it flies out because it is just such an easy, user-friendly balsamic. It also works with all of our oils, so you can use it for any of them. You guys didn't shoot any questions at me, so that must mean that you know everything you need to know. Yes? I don't know. I think I've covered all of the different recipes that we have on our site. Definitely know that you can hop on, type in whatever you have, whatever ingredient you have from us, and it will pop up all the different recipes. So that's the plus about being able to do that. If you need kind of play-by-play instructions, then you know that you can go onto our Instagram or our Facebook, or I'm sure you're signed up, subscribed to our YouTube, so sign up to our YouTube and you'll see just literally a list of all of our recipes being done. So you can watch it happen and you can play it and pause it and kind of work alongside us and our the people that we've paired up with, so that you can do it in home, which is a lot of fun. So make sure that you are part of all of that because it's right there at your fingertips. Next week, I want to make sure that I cover next week, because next week that's December already. We're in December. December 4th at 2, this time next week, we are pairing up with Alchemist Garden. And I know I teased you about this last month. And I apologize for teasing you about it, but it's worth the wait. And we are going to be pairing up with Andrew Brune from Alchemist Garden. He is a cocktail competition winner and champion, and he is going to be making my sherry old fashioned, and he's going to be using an olive oil emulsion technique, which I'm super excited about. This is the plus, is that you get to watch people's passions fly when you watch this sort of stuff. So I am super excited about it. Where did my... All right, well, and I had my bag of... But of course I don't have it now. And he's also going to be using our original flavored nut crumbs. So those nut crumbs are spectacular. They can be used in pies as the crumble on top. They can be used in Greek yogurt with honey. They can be used to bread chicken, to bread fish, in meatballs, and to do the mozzarella sticks. These nut crumbs are amazing. They're paleo, they're gluten-free, they're keto friendly, they're just everything friendly. Unless you are allergic to nuts, then it's no good. But everything else, fantastic for us. So definitely make sure that you are with us, because he's going to be using the nut crumbs, he's going to be using our olive oil, making cocktails, and everybody needs cocktails around this time of year, and it's always fun to just change things up and see how you can make it a little bit different. So I think I've covered all of the balsamics. And vinegars. I really hope that I answered some questions and gave you some ideas on what to do with each one of them and what to pair up with. Again, fantastic gift items. So if you are buying from us, if you are realizing, hey, 3 months ago I bought a bunch of stuff for myself, now I want to do some gift giving, you know about our club. Our club is free to join. It means that you get 10% off almost everything, and it's 2 shipments a year of $85 worth of anything in the store. So my suggestion is join it so you are getting a discount on all of that holiday shopping that you're doing, because it just makes sense. We are also going to be bringing back in the minis as stocking stuffers, as place settings. So make sure that you're watching your email, because we're going to be emailing you about the olio nuovo that comes out right after harvest. That's a gorgeous olive oil that comes out right after harvest, unfiltered, single variety, delicious, health benefits across the board. And all the new releases. December has a lot of new releases, so definitely tune in for that sort of stuff too, because there's some really good things coming down the pike. So if you're a club member, you already know this, because you're getting the emails, you're getting the heads up. If you're not a club member, my suggestion is hop online, join, email us, check in, and say you've seen it on the show and you'd like to join. All right. I hope everybody is happy in their stretchy pants and digesting yesterday's yummy foods. We can't wait to have you back. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Take advantage in Central Coast. Our weather is still perfection. So get out there, enjoy being with family, and take care of yourselves. Okay? It was a pleasure having you. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you this time next week for cocktails. Happy hour time. Bye, guys.